guys, Mustang in here bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to take the Tech LR Goku Black and ZAMASU with their EZA up against the BROLY Red Zone stage. So this one should be pretty fun considering they have type advantage over him in the final phase. So obviously they are going to be pretty good overall in this event. Now ideally we do want to try and get them built up nice and quickly. The AoE phase, as always, is going to be a pain. I probably will just go for the classic double weave strategy, depending on what rotation we have when we get to that point. But I'm very interested to see some devastation with him and the LR ZAMASU, because it looks like LR Fusion ZAMASU is in slot 7 and Goku Black and ZAMASU are on turn 2. So by the time I get them together, we could be close to the end. Because I really want to see that rotation against AGL BROLY. I think that's going to be very effective. Now, obviously, Fusion ZAMASU, depending on how many super attacks he does, could potentially still be in danger of dying to the super attack. But I wonder if... I guess what I really want to see, I want to see the Tech Goku Black and ZAMASU tank a super attack from BROLY and see how much damage they would actually take. So... you need to get hit to get some build up, so I'm actually going to leave you in slot 1 here, I think, because obviously we do want him to get built up. I want to float him off eventually, but he does need to get build up early on. He's probably dangerous to bring. That's the problem with BROLY, is obviously, of course, problem with BROLY is you can't really bring STR Rose, because even if you do get the finishing blow, you're potentially going to be in trouble in the final phase. And then obviously if you don't get the finishing blow, you really are going to be in trouble in the final phase. So, wow, I forgot this guy can seal. I don't think I've used him against an enemy he could actually seal at all. So, completely forgot he could do that, but there we go. So we get the defense raise. We got hit 4 times. That's actually perfect. So they need to get hit 4 times to get their full passive build up. And we got hit 4 times on their first turn. So this is looking very good for their next turn, because we're going to finish off BROLY's STR phase here. So we'll get another stack in with you. Well, they're not even going to get to attack, so we'll just go ahead and do this. And then we'll grab all of these. So I think we are going to be looking pretty good here, going into the second phase against the Tech BROLY. The only way this obviously goes horribly wrong here is, of course, if he super attacks the AGL Goku Black. Because even if AGL Goku Black gets hit a couple of times with normal attacks first, he's probably going to take a fair bit of damage. So I think what I might do here, actually, because he's going to raise his defense on super. See, I really want to save the active skill for the end, because that would really make sense, right? But if I used it this turn, we could kind of... that kind of gives Goku Black that safety net, but I'm not gonna do it. We're gonna take the risk, and if I have to cut back to here, then I guess I have to cut back to here. But all right, he's gonna super attack in slot 1, perfect. So I think we should be okay, right? I mean, Goku Black, AGL Goku Black, he's not great. I've only got 2 dupes in mine as well, so he's not Rainbow. He is level 10 links. He greatly raised his defense on super. He's been hit, what, twice? I think he needs to get hit 4 times as well to be fully built up. So he is going to get those last 2 hits on this turn. But there is the potential that he takes a somewhat decent amount of damage. But I guess we'll have to see. But in terms of attack stat, look at that. 11.5 million for... Rose and ZAMASU, very good. And we get the additional as well, 7 million on their 12 key. That's another defense buff as well, so their defense is ridiculously high at this point, and they still have their guard, so obviously they just take double digit damage. And then let's see what Goku Black does. If he could get a double super, that would be pretty good. Let's go. There you go. I should just do that more often, right? Speak it into existence. So he should be fine now. It probably does still take damage. Let's see. No, he doesn't. Let's go. All right. So he's fully built up now as well. Perfect. I guess really it makes sense to float off the gods, right? Because God Goku is obviously the better option defensively. So we'll go ahead and do this. That means we're going to get... We're going to get the ZAMASU rotation, or the LR Fusion ZAMASU rotation, for the AoE phase, which is not necessarily ideal because he does get most of his defense from super attacking. So obviously if he AoEs us in like slot 1, we would be in trouble. So, but we'll see what we're looking like in terms of our defenses and whatnot at the start of the turn, because I could use the active skill this turn because we do have the full Future Saga rotation. But let's see, what are we looking like defense wise? See, they're at 524k, but unfortunately ZAMASU is at 161, which means if we get AoE'd in slot 1, then he dies basically. So I think, what do I need to do here? I need to try and make sure I get his 18 key super as well. I think the best bet is probably to use a single Whis, because Vegeta and Trunks and Goku Black and ZAMASU should take double, well, maybe not double digit damage, but they're not going to take much damage from the AoE here with one Whis active. ZAMASU might do, but I guess we'll see. Can't get his 18 key super, but with the Whis active, he should be fine post super attack anyway. But let's see what happens. If he does super, like I say, I think even though they don't have their guard, Tech, Goku Black and ZAMASU have pretty high defense on this turn. So with the Whis in play, both them and Vegeta and Trunks should be perfectly fine. I don't know how much damage Fusion ZAMASU would take, but at least we have the one Whis active. Because the reason why you want a double Whis a lot of the time is not so much the fact that any one unit on the rotation is going to get one shot by the super. It's just the fact that it does so much damage and it's hitting you 3 times is the main reason why you end up dying, right? So he's not. Is he going to not super at all? That might actually be the case, you know. Plus next turn I think we have a pretty godly rotation, right? Actually, no. Do we have Goku Black on the next rotation? We do. Alright, let's see. So, we have a Whis active. That means that Vegeta and Trunks and God Goku are basically not going to take any damage at all. So, Goku Black, I think he'll be okay, right? Fully built up, 227k with a Whis active. I mean, we won't die, but it does mean we do get a Whis saved to be used against the final Broly phase. So, or I guess we might have to use it on the next turn, right? Because we might actually not finish him off this turn. It kind of comes down to how lucky we get with the additionals and crits from Vegeta and Trunks. So we do get a crit, we do get an additional super. If we can crit on this, then I think we are in good shape here. Alright, no crit, and then we don't get the extra additional, okay. So, did I get the 2 rainbow orbs with Goku? I don't think I did, right? I'm sure I'd have a higher attack stat than that if I did, and no crit. Alright, well, I guess that means we are going to have to go into the 3rd turn. He still hasn't super attacked me yet, though. So, is he going to super at the end of this turn? Look at this, Goku Black with the double super again. So, even if he does super now, no one should take any damage. If he supers now, yeah, okay, the final attack of the turn. So now that everybody's super attacked and we still have the single Whis, everyone should take double digit damage here, right? Okay, Goku Black took, what, like 25k? Alright, not ideal, but, you know, is what it is, I guess. Let's let these guys get another hit in, get another stack on their defense, because I want them to be as juiced as possible for the final stage. Does it matter if I transform them? Not really. I guess we just grab orbs with them instead. Get that Dokkan gauge pushed up. Actually, I think we're going to end up getting the Dokkan attack on the next turn, right? So, 6.4. The one thing about Goku Black and ZAMASU that I've noticed from doing these different runs so far is they get such a huge increase from support. It's actually insane because they have that thing in their passive. They get 100% attack when performing a super, and so that is obviously calculated at the time that they attack, so it incorporates any support on the rotation. So I've seen screenshots of people that are using like a rotation with double support with like B-Pan's active, or was it Bardock and Gine's active skill on the previous turn because it lasts for 2 turns, and so then they're doing like, what's the one I saw earlier, like 17 million attacks now, something ridiculous. Because, yeah, they just get so much extra from the support because they get that 100% on super attack, which is pretty crazy. So, let's see. I really don't want to risk dying on this turn. I can't get the 18 key super with ZAMASU, so he's not going to get the double super to get the extra defense raise. If I'm going to see Goku Black and ZAMASU on the next turn, man, this is a tough one, because if ZAMASU gets super attacked at the end, I think we just die. But let's see what happens here. If Broly's going to super... Okay. I was going to say, if he's going to super, hopefully he doesn't super too early in the turn, because then it's less likely that he double supers. Because if he supers ZAMASU at the end, we die, basically. And ZAMASU doesn't really have a ton of links with God Goku. This is definitely not a great rotation for him. So maybe if we're lucky, the additional from his hidden potential will kick in, at least to help him tank the normal attacks. But if he gets supered at the end, then it's just going to be GG, which is unfortunate. I guess I could have just popped the Whis, but obviously I want to see what Tech Goku Black and ZAMASU take from Broly in the next turn. So it's always kind of the issue with when you're trying to showcase a unit in particular. Like if I was just trying to win with this team, then I would have just used a Whis this turn, right? Just to make sure that ZAMASU would be safe in the third slot. But then of course the Whis lasts until the next turn, so then it affects the defensive performance of Goku Black and ZAMASU, because I want to see what they do by themselves. So of course he super attacks ZAMASU, who after one super, how much is he actually going to take from this? Because we are definitely going to die. 694. Jeez. Okay. Well, I guess we'll have to jump back in for the AGL phase. Okay, so back at the Broly phase, and this is actually a pretty good looking turn. I feel like Goku Black probably is going to get destroyed at the end though. Well, I guess if he doesn't super we would be okay, right? But LR, Goku Black and ZAMASU are at 550k defense at the start of the turn. So they are going to be perfectly fine in the middle here. I'm not going to use the active skill because, again, as I said earlier on, like in the first clip, I really want him to super attack them. So I'm really hoping that he doesn't super attack in the first slot here, because obviously Trunks and Vegeta will eat the super, but I want to see how much they are going to take, because obviously their guard has run out at this point. We are getting the support and the links from Goku Black, so this is a very good turn for them, because we're getting legendary power from Vegeta and Trunks as well, so we're getting almost all of their links active. In fact, we might actually have all of their links active, so let's see. Okay, hasn't supered. Alright, this is looking good. So 1.15 million attack stat again. We've seen this turn play out before. Very good. And they get the additional, so yeah, their defense is ridiculous at this point now. So let's see. What have you got for me, Broly? Come on, throw out that super attack. Imagine if he does. He's actually going to super attack Goku Black, isn't he? Oh my god. Okay, so they tank all of his attacks for double digits, which is not surprising at all. I actually can't believe he did this to me twice in a row. Oh no, he didn't super at all. Wow, okay, so he just didn't super that turn. Alright, well, I guess we're getting supered this turn instead. So let's do this, and then this. There's only one attack in the back as well, so they're going to cancel that out. Okay, so we're going to get to see another rotation then, I guess, for Rose and ZAMASU. And we should have the Fusion ZAMASU in slot 3. I can't believe all of those attacks in the middle, and he didn't super attack on that turn. Where is that energy from Broly when I'm trying to do, like, no item runs with specific teams? And then every time I'm trying to do that, he's throwing out, like, double supers every turn. And now this time, when I actually want to see one of the units eat a super, he just doesn't super at all the entire turn. Crazy. So, yeah, we take that 1.6 or 162k, I should say. Perfectly fine. God Goku Obviously not the craziest damage dealing unit without getting the rainbow orbs, but he's not going to take any damage. And then even if that last attack is a second super, the gods are going to cancel that out here with their 18 key. I'm seeing so much like people hyping up the gods again as being like way better than they actually are. Like, this is them with one of their best link partners. They're next to God Goku. They got a full 24 key super, and they're at a 6 million attack stat. Now, obviously, I didn't do tons of stacking with them. They got a few super attacks off before I transformed them, but, like, that's less than what Vegeta and Trunks are doing, and Vegeta and Trunks are better defensively. I don't know. I'm going to do a tier list soon, because I've seen so many bad ones recently. So, I really want to put you there because I kind of want to see them tank all these hits. But can I even get away with doing that now? I guess I could put you. Let's go ahead and do this. So we're only going to get 4 links active, but I'll do this. So by getting the active skill buff, their defense is now going to be what? Should be over 650, right? Oh, I guess they're not getting the links. So I guess I could do this. So 600k. The problem is we probably lose. Actually, no, we just win. I was going to say Vegeta and Trunks would be a liability in slot 3, but he'll be dead before then. So either we die or he dies. But let's see. What are Goku Black and Zamasu going to take in slot 1? So obviously they take double digits. They got 600k defense and type advantage. Would we still die to a super though, right? Because Broly does over 1 million damage. But we have type advantage and we're extreme. So how much does this actually do? 153, is that it? Wow. There you go. That's before they get their defense buff. But you can see, without a support unit on the turn, they do considerably less. 7 million. I mean, that's not far off of half of what they do just by having the support from the AGL Goku Black. And he only gives 40% support. And they did have legendary power active on that turn as well. But, I mean, there you go. Like, the fact that they survived in slot 1, you obviously could run the rotation of them with Fusion Zamasu and then have support units floating in the 3rd slot. So, overall, I am very impressed with Goku Black and Zamasu. So, let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Definitely one of the more powerful LRs. And this is still, as we've been saying for these previous videos, them being run under a 170 lead. And they're still this good. So, definitely very impressed with how this unit is performing. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.